Evaluation of UNICEF Gender Policy and Gender Action Plans. UNICEF has an ambitious vision for gender equality, and this is reflected mainly through UNICEF Gender Policy and its gender action plans. This commitment is in line with the Convention on Child Rights and the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. The gender policy gives UNICEF a long-term vision. The gender action plans specify how UNICEF promotes gender equality in alignment with its strategic plan. To understand better how UNICEF is progressing on implementation of the policy and action plans, an independent evaluation was undertaken. It assessed three key themes. First, the conceptual framework, focusing on how the policy and gender action plans are applied across regions to address evolving gender dynamics. Second, the institutional enablers, which examined how well UNICEF policies, practices, and systems support progress towards gender equality. And third, the integration of gender equality across all UNICEF programs. How was it evaluated? The evaluation used a mixed methods and participatory approach, which included case studies with 8 country offices, interviews with UNICEF staff at global level, an all-staff online survey, benchmarking interviews with other United Nations agencies and a donor, document review, and analysis of UNICEF monitoring and financial data. What did the evaluation find? The evaluation found that UNICEF is making strides towards gender equality with a bold vision, strong leadership, and dedicated gender specialists. Progress has been achieved both programmatically and through institutional enablers. However, ambitions must be turned into action. More capacity building, ownership, and accountability at all levels are needed to bring transformative results. UNICEF's programs increasingly address the needs of girls and women, yet an intersectional approach is needed to reach all individuals, including girls with disabilities. A clearer narrative, consistent programming, and practical guidance are necessary to operationalize UNICEF's commitments for gender equality. Strengthening gender architecture, improving financial resource distribution, and refining monitoring systems will be important. UNICEF is also evolving into a better workplace for women. Gender balance in staffing is improving, with a total of 49.65% of women and 50.35% of men in 2024. Yet, more must be done to ensure safety, parity, and well-being, including preventing sexual exploitation and abuse. What is the suggested way forward? Building on these insights, the evaluation recommends UNICEF to develop a new gender equality action plan that is more explicit on how to operationalize it at all levels and implement programs for gender equality. Update the vision for gender equality, refer to it consistently, and ensure alignment between the new gender equality action plan and all relevant policy frameworks. Train, motivate, and hold staff accountable for the operationalization of gender integration across all sectors. UNICEF must strengthen partnerships, particularly with women-led and youth-led organizations, and fully leverage its scale for gender equality mainstreaming, even in humanitarian efforts. Review recruitment, gender parity, and workplace well-being policies, procedures, and practices in line with UNICEF's vision for gender equality. Through commitment, innovation, and action, UNICEF has the power to turn its vision into lasting change.